Stop throwing away money with your Facebook advertising. I want your revenue to look something like this, but if you keep making this one mistake with your targeting, it will continue to keep looking like this. Now, bear with me, we cannot even begin to see success with Facebook ads without completing these next few steps, so make sure to follow them literally step by step. At the end, we're gonna jump into Ads Manager and I'll show you exactly how to do everything I'm talking about. One of the first things that someone is going to bring up when talking about marketing on Facebook is your targeting. For the longest time, targeting was what made Facebook so much better than every other platform. Some would argue that post iOS and the privacy issues that Facebook marketing has really gone down, right? Those issues would make the Facebook worse. I would actually argue the opposite. If you are good at creating a clear message with valuable content, you will win. What happened before was so many people could run ads and they weren't good at what they were doing, but Facebook was better at its job, and so it just gave it to the right people. What we have to do now is get back to the principles of actually marketing well. The people no longer winning are those who try to set up a website over the weekend for some website that told them that this was the hot item to try to sell online. I don't think that's you, but that is what we've seen a lot of and a lot of hype that's been around that. Knowing your audience, adding value, and creating something of substance is what we all want and need and will continue to go after more and more. Now, let's talk about broad targeting, how it works, and what you need to do to make sure that it works for you. What you do, essentially, right, is very simple. It's choose the age, gender, and location. Create that content that helps Facebook identify where to send your audience to a website that is congruent with your ad. If you do those things, then you'll have more success with your ads. It's very, very simple at that point. Broad works because it allows Facebook to find people who are most likely to engage and purchase from you, not whom you told Facebook to target based off of your own assumptions. I mean, for most of you, right, maybe you have been running thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands of dollars per day, but most people are spending $100 or less per day, and then you want to make an assumption and say, hey, Facebook, who has millions upon billions of data points, I know better than you, right? And so we need to let Facebook do the heavy lifting. If you really start to spend a decent amount of money per month on ads and are marketing on other platforms like TikTok too, or Snapchat or Pinterest, whatever it is, then you could check out something else like Triple to help understand where your sales are actually coming from so that you can actually pinpoint where you should spend more money. If you want a little bit more information about Triple, just check out the link in the description down below. So let's talk about Advantage Plus because it's this new-ish and it can be very powerful for your brand. We actually made a full video on Advantage Plus that you can watch right here, where we really break down all the nuances with it and what you should be paying attention to. What we've seen work well is to take our DCT ads, or dynamic creative testing ads, which I will show you how to run here in a second, taking that winning ad and then putting it into an Advantage Plus campaign. Essentially, the Advantage Plus campaign will become your prospecting or winning ads campaign versus leaving them solely into the one campaign. We've been doing this for a while now and are continuing to run these tests, and the results have surprisingly been very good. I'm always a skeptic when Facebook rolls out something new because they always push it first and then let us adapt, and then the results start to drop afterwards. So they get everybody to adapt and the results actually drop because more people get on it, and is it actually working, or is just Facebook trying to push their own agenda? I don't know. There are some important things to consider when you're running ads that I think a lot of people do not share, and if you want to take notes, this is the time. So Facebook does not fix your problems, it only magnifies them. So if you don't have a solution for these problems, it will become difficult to win. Create amazing copy that speaks directly to your target audience. And I think this goes for a time, at least right now, that ChatGPT will not make you a better copywriter. It will help you get into the right direction, but because ChatGPT will be able to, and if you're not familiar with it, it's an AI tool that can actually conversate with you based off of prompts. And we've done a whole video on that. Christian did one for Shopify for clothing store, or for clothing stores. But my point is, ChatGPT enhances what you're already good at. But if you don't know what good copy looks like, it's not going to help you be better at it to a degree. So tread lightly with how you try to use those tools. It only enhances what you're already good at. So make sure that you are focused on them. You need to choose a type of ad and concept and collection that will engage and stop the scroll. So the concepts could be UGC. The concept could be graphics. The concepts could be collection style videos. And then the collection could be swimwear, it could be summer, it could be Memorial Day, it could be Christmas, whatever it is. And then they need to all encapsulate and work together. So these concepts to this collection and it needs to be something that's actually going to stop that scroll. Send people to a high converting website. I mean, obviously that makes a ton of sense, but you do not have a chance if you don't have a good website. Your ads will do worse. Make sure your email capture pops up and upsell and tools are installed, and make sure that you have an offer for your audience that is so good someone cannot refuse it, because you don't know when the next time they're going to be scrolling by eyes. P.S. If your offer does not need to be a discount, and it honestly really shouldn't be. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's jump into Ads Manager and walk through how to set up these types of campaigns for success, and really why I believe that this is a better way to run Facebook ads for your clothing store. All right, so we are inside of Ads Manager right here, and what's going on is we have a top of the funnel campaign. This top of the funnel campaign is our DCT, or Dynamic Creative Ads. This is basically our testing campaign. We have 2 ad sets that are going on. Cost per purchase looks extremely high here. We have different purchases that are going on at different places. So these are the website return on ad spend. This is the return on ad spend like overall here. So nothing great as far as the website side. We have been getting purchases in other places, but this is a campaign where we're like, okay, we need to basically get rid of what is not working here. And so we can go down to the ad level, and we'll do the breakdown here and see which ads are actually producing a return. And then we will talk about how to take this to that next level. Go down to the breakdown, image and video to see here. And we have 3 for $100. So that's where most of our revenue is like being spent. We have 2 for 23 and 4 for 70. So we only have really one winner here, 2 purchases. That's the last 7 days. Let's see if it's got anything in the last 14 days. So cost per result, 38. We've got 8 times return here. So this may be a winning ad. So we can go in here and see. Let's go in here to edit. And I believe it was this one right here that is actually the winning ad. Actually, sorry, this one right here, very similar. And we can go here to Facebook post with comments. We can check them out. This is what Facebook believes is technically a winner. This was posted February 24th. This one right here is not necessarily a winner. This is the one that's actually getting the purchases and where it heads to. So we want to push up here and we can actually see, okay, great. This is one that we could use. And what we'll do is we will go back to create a campaign level, create a campaign. We will go for sales. We'll use the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, which is this top one that is selected. Go ahead and click continue. You can label this however you would like. We do want to make sure that it's an Advantage Plus and actually put on here Advantage Plus. We will make sure that it's website and app. If you don't have an app, just make sure that it's just website. This one does have both. We'll use Libby's tracking pixel, use the correct page, scroll through. What we are going to do is we typically for Advantage Plus are at about $100 per day. You could do a little bit less, but if you do less, then you would want to have less ads inside of here. Again, 7-day click, 1-day view, not too much to see here. Want to do United States. Let's make sure audience type breakdown, go to settings. Let's see here. All right, so I have not seen this before too much. Let's see what it says. It says you can review your campaign performance by audience type in ads reporting. Okay, so interesting. But then anyway, this is gonna be the ads side of things. All right, go ahead and click next. Like I said, 7-day click, 1-day view. Doesn't look like they even gave us an option to do age, gender, location. They said that we'll figure it out. Go ahead and click next. We will use an existing post. You can do, let's see here, make sure this is shop now, but where's the existing post option? Manual upload. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so for whatever reason, whenever I do create an ad, it won't let me do a manual upload here. It's like use existing post. I have to go to the catalog to do it and then use existing post, and then it doesn't have to be a catalog, which is a little bit weird. So anyway, go through here and let's see, I can sort by ad post actually. And this was one from February. So let me try to find the correct one. I believe it has social proof. I think this was one of the ones that was actually inside of there. It's a video we can use. You can actually move the placements if you would like. Let me see here. You should be able to pull up any of them within the ad post. So make sure that you grab the correct one. You could also copy the post ID. So like if I wanted to do, I'm gonna grab one that actually has social proof. So like this one right here is doing really well. Copy to the clipboard here, and then I could enter the post ID. That's another alternative or another way to do it. So I can switch it out. But as you can see here, it's got the social proof, and then I would create the ad, go ahead and hit here, and I would hit publish. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to close out of it and then go back to the Advantage Plus campaign on the ad level and then I would hit quick duplicate, go in here, nothing's changed. I would make sure to label this exactly what it is. So this looks like it's a spring must-haves, and then I would change this to whatever else would work too. So let's just say the other winning ad I found was this one right here. Okay, copy that clipboard. Sometimes that's just easier. Switch it out. Now I got the second one. And then go through here. If you have an app, make sure that's turned on, make sure that's published. You can edit, like I said, edit the placements if you'd like. You can look at it over here on the side. This says missing app link spec for omnichannel when creating cross-channel optimization. App link treatment is required in ads creative. Okay, so you can see that there's a little bit of an error here for verifying your changes. I think this is technically specifically for our app that we have down here as well. So it may be trying to pull something in or not pull something in from what's going on. To my knowledge, we could still be able to publish, and yes, we can. So I'm gonna not publish it. I will unpublish. I just wanted to double check there. Let's turn that off. So essentially what you're going to do is you're gonna go back to your dynamic creative ads that you're gonna continuously test, and then you will have an Advantage Plus campaign that you will take the winners from and to put into your Advantage Plus. With the Advantage Plus, you will continue to have the $100 a day budget. You will, I mean, it's basically set your audience for you. It's gonna find the people who are most likely to purchase. So just kind of, I guess you'll have to leave that alone and then just put in the ads. Now, you will figure out what your actual return on ad spend should be, and the ones that aren't meeting your metrics or your numbers, and you actually can prove it through like some third-party tracking like a Triple Whale or something like that, then turn off the ones that aren't working and put on the new ones. The goal is that, hey, if you have $100 a day, I'd probably put 2, maybe 3 ads in there max. And then as you continue to increase budget, you could add more in there. You can technically have, I think, up to 150 ads in there at one time. So a lot of room for this campaign to run and continuously go. I would love for you to be able to keep it on for a very long period of time. So continue to make sure your DCT, your dynamic creative testing ads, are still working. Use those creative testing ads and then move them into Advantage Plus. So if you're looking for the next video to grow your clothing store, make sure you go watch this video right here next. All right, y'all, that is it for this video. Have a great rest of your day. Hey, and PS, make sure you subscribe.